Hi everyone, welcome back to the Strong with Julie podcast. If you're watching over on YouTube, hi, I love you. I'm so happy that you're here. I'm in my new office right now, and Brett and I put up all the signs yesterday, so I'm super excited about that. But today's episode, we're talking about how to maintain your fitness journey when you're tackling a busy season in life, and I think it's really on brand because this past week has probably been one of the busiest weeks in my life ever, because we had to move everything in a week and it was wild and it was chaos, but I stuck to these simple things that it made me feel a lot better. And I think mentally, like when you're in a busy season, it's super important to feed your mind the right information, right? So like if I'm in a busy season and I'm constantly telling myself, you're slacking off, you're not doing good enough, you're being lazy, you're this, that just puts me in an even worse mindset, and then I'm just never, the bar set too high and I'm never reaching it, and my confidence is plummeting. So that's really what I want to talk about today. And I have different things, expectations that you guys can do when you're in a busy season, but I think the biggest overall outcome of all of this is I want you guys to know that our lives are forever going to be busy. Like something's gonna pop up one day, something's gonna happen over here, and then this is gonna happen. So the biggest thing that I never want you to do is just give up in a busy season and throw your hands up and say, I'll start next week because this week's just way too busy. That's not what we do, because our health, our longevity, and the things that we feed our minds and our bodies and the way we move our bodies have to be a forever thing to really work it like a well-oiled machine, you know, like to feel good, to feel mentally good, and to feel mentally prepared to go through a busy season and show up for your partner, for example, who's also having like a hard time. Like Brett is changing jobs, like starting a new thing. He's also coming to a new place. Like I want to be his rock and I want him to be my rock, and the way that we do that is by taking care of ourselves first, like spiritually, mentally, and physically. The way that I reset expectations starts typically on a Sunday, and I'll just look at my week as a whole and analyze it, like, okay, what's going on this week? We're moving on Friday, so that means Thursday, Wednesday, and Tuesday are gonna be crazy packing busy, so maybe those days I skip a workout and my workout's like packing, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it's packing the truck. So that's all right there. Reset expectation. I'm gonna just work out Monday this week in the gym, and then Saturday when we go to the hotel, I'll get a workout in there. So expectation one set. Now if I get those two workouts, I win. But see how I literally tell myself that in my brain, like 2 workouts is the goal this week and then you win. But typically my routine is 5 workouts per week. But I'm not allowing myself to dwell and be annoyed at myself or feel guilty for not hitting all 5, because I mentally, before it happened, set the expectation for myself that 2 workouts in this busy season is totally okay and good. And if I achieve those 2, I'm happy. So that's resetting expectations. Another one is if you have to eat out a lot. Like the past week, I have eaten out, I swear, every single day. It's been ridiculous, from just moving and having absolutely nothing in our fridge, and then we were on the road for 2 days, we were eating out for every meal, and then once we got here, we have a friend here, so we went out to dinner with them, and then we went out to dinner with Brett's boss. So I just reset the expectations of there's no way in heck you're going to be perfect 100% tracking your macros, so why set that expectation of tracking your macros perfectly? Instead, let's just opt for healthier, high protein, veggie meals when you go out, so then you don't feel maybe like sluggish or unwell. So that's exactly what I've been doing. Last night we went out to dinner with Brett's boss. I got mahi with asparagus, and it worked out great. I didn't have to track it. I just said, okay, that's my dinner, and that's that. Reset those expectations. Now, if you have a coach or accountability partner, when you do this on Sunday, it's really nice to send that sheet over to them, or the text or the notes app over to them, and be like, okay, these are my goals for this week. So like I said, 2 workouts, not macro tracking, but making healthier choices at restaurants when I'm eating out, and then hitting my steps every day. We're gonna keep that goal, and I really think I should keep my water goal because I don't wanna get dehydrated in this 100-degree move, right? So those are my expectations for this week. I'm not going to worry about my journaling. I'm not going to worry about my perfect morning routine, my night routine. We're going to throw all that out the window because I am busy this week and my mental mindset needs space and peace and calmness to just be able to get other things done. So those 4 things are on my list. So once you reset expectations, it could be a Sunday, but it could also be a Friday. You can reset expectations whenever. But having expectations for ourselves really set up a roadmap and a plan, so then we're able to actually achieve it. Because if we don't have a plan, a roadmap, that's when guilt, frustration start seeping in. Okay, the next thing is wake up earlier and do things earlier. The reason I wrote this down is because if I wake up early in a busy season, my mind is clearer and I don't wake up with so much anxiety. Like if I wake up at 8 o'clock and I have a bunch of things to do that day, I wake up with straight up anxiety. But let's say I wake up at 5 a.m., 6 a.m. before the world is up and it's still kind of quiet, my anxiety is so much lower because I'm like, okay, I have time. I have time for myself. Brett and Gus are going to sleep in for another hour so I can actually put myself together today. And I'm complaining I have 4 children right now, which I don't, so I understand moms who are really busy and have a bunch of different expectations to do, and people that have to actually go into work. I understand my privilege of not having to do that, but that doesn't take away from the fact that I can have anxiety too. I'm pretty busy, so if I wake up early, I have that peace of mind and I have an hour or 2 hours to kind of have a day to myself. And then I can go start serving others, doing all the other stuff, changing my mailing address, what else did I have to do? Getting the apartment last week, ordering a new couch, which by the way, doesn't come till July. I wish it was here now because I feel like a couch really makes a home. But we got the couch that is famous on TikTok that you pull out and it turns into a whole bed, but it's really easy to pull out. So I'm excited for movie nights, and it's the same color as our last couch, that gray. When you have a dog, you kind of have to match your furniture to your dog's hair color. So ours is gray because then it kind of masks his shedding. Gus low-key sheds a lot also. And another off topic, yesterday was his gotcha day, so we took him to the park 3 times and he had the time of his life. It was so cute. Okay, wake up earlier and do things earlier. Next thing. Use a habit tracker. Okay, I'm not gonna go get the habit tracker because I don't want to show you guys yet. This habit tracker that I've been trying to make for the past 6 months has been a pain in my butt. Every time I get a new revision, which takes a month to come in, there's something new wrong with it. So I haven't shown it to you guys yet because it literally isn't done yet, and I cannot put out a product that's not 100% perfect. One page will be a little bit off, and then we order another one and the title page is gone. But basically what it is a graph, and then you can put your habits, and then you put the date, and you just kind of cross off each habit that you do per day. So when you're resetting expectations, you can start a new page, write the habits for that week, and then kind of check them off. And that just holds you accountable, and you can go through it at night. I absolutely love it. I just keep it right next to my nightstand, so at the end of the day I can check them off. And some of them you'll start to notice oh, they come so naturally, so now I don't need to write them down anymore, and you can replace it with a new habit. For example, my steps, I feel come naturally now, but low-key, I like to still write steps and check it off because it feels so satisfying every day to just be yep, 10,000. Okay, next one, have an accountability source. So we kind of talked about this already, but on that Sunday when you're resetting expectations or talking, you gotta talk to someone about your goals. If I last week was just having them on my head and not actually writing them down and telling Brett about it, my significant other that I live with and sees me go through about my whole day to day, that's an important person to be hey, when I'm at a restaurant, can you hold me accountable? I don't want to be eating all the appetizers, doing this and that, because I feel really sluggish right now, and I want to make sure that I'm maybe in this cutting phase, and I want to make sure that I prioritize it still. Things like that, little easy things to just ask for some accountability from your partner, your best friend, your coach. That is totally cool to do, and I think it's amazing to do because when you speak out your goals, you almost have this little added pressure to make sure that you do them. So accountability source is huge. Another one is my neighbor Shelby. we'll like let each other know like when we worked out. Or when I lived back in Florida, we would do our workouts together and be like, okay, 7 a.m. we're meeting, we're gonna do this, like that. And that was like a little boost of accountability because I'm working out with someone. I can't just like snooze my alarm and show up at 8 o'clock and then she's like, wait, what the heck, we're gonna work out together, you know? Like, that's a bad friend. So that's one thing. Okay, the next thing is, if you're someone that goes to the gym normally and you're in a busy season, I think getting a set of dumbbells for at home and using them because the gym can be kind of like a whole, not performance, but like it's like a whole thing in itself. When I go to the gym, it takes me like 2 hours, like my pre-gym routine, my pre-workout, and then I'm hyping myself up in the car, and then I'm going to the gym, and then I'm warming up, and then I'm doing my workout, and I'm cooling down, and I'm stretching, and then maybe I'm talking to someone, and then I gotta use the bathroom, and then I gotta drive home, and then I gotta shower, this, that. It ends up being like 2-3 hours. It's ridiculous. When I work out at home, it's like 30 minutes, boom, done. Sometimes I don't even shower. I'm like, just go straight to work, and then I'll shower later, but it just feels different and quicker for me. So having home workout alternatives will be really huge for you. And it's actually pretty simple to replicate a program from the gym to home. Obviously, you're not going to get as much volume potentially depending on the weights that you lift, but it's okay because remember, we're in a busy season. We're just trying to keep our head afloat and keep our habits up. So it's totally okay to just do your home workouts. Another one that you could do is like follow along workouts to really make sure that you're on time, like YouTube free 20-minute workout. Typically, I'm not against those because I think moving your body in any way is amazing, but I like to follow a program so it's strategic, it has progressive overload, and you know, you're getting the best bang for your buck. But I understand, like last week was nuts, so if I want to just make sure that my workout's 20 minutes, doing a follow along is the best way to do that because then it's done, dusted, I feel good, have my endorphins, now let me go finish up my day. So home workouts. Okay, next one is be okay with good enough. And that honestly is a mindset that I had to come to terms with because I could be such a perfectionist when it comes to fitness, and I could be kind of like psycho about things, but good enough is fine. And even if it's not a busy season, even if it's like this week I'm on my period, like good enough is gonna be good enough, you know? I don't have to be great, I don't need to be perfect. That is a follicular phase mentality, okay? I am just good enough right now, and that's fine. And I think when you can come to terms with that is when you kind of allow yourself to have that peace, that clarity of mind, but also be able to have the strength to push yourselves on those weeks that maybe you do have more time, you do have more flexibility, you feel better, your mood is happier, you're in that first week of your cycle. So be okay with good enough in these busy seasons, and just know that when you're resetting your expectations and hitting those, like your confidence should still go up from that. Like you did good, you did a good job. Okay, now last one is quick, simple meals. Honestly, that's the biggest one for me. Like busy season, no meal is taking more than 5 minutes. You know, like rotisserie chicken, we got it, we take the meat out of it, try not to have the skin, because the meat is really where the protein is. You got a 1-minute rice microwave, and then you got like microwave green beans, and then you put the Japanese barbecue sauce on top, boom, 5 minutes, meal is done. Breakfast, I always do like my oats, my cream of rice, but if, you know, I don't have a microwave or a bowl, I can do like rice cakes, peanut butter, some blueberries, boom, hit the road, hit my workout. Quick, simple meals. Have them in your back pocket, know them, memorize them, just have them be your go-to, and that will make your life 10 times easier. Cool. So, just a summary. Reset expectations, wake up early and do things earlier, use a habit tracker, have an accountability source, home workouts, be okay with good enough, and quick, simple meals in your back pocket. Now for the quick, simple meals, you can DM me about those because I have a little free PDF that I can send you for, actually DM me 9 to 5 because I'll send you those. Those are really simple, easy, no prep meals that I can send over to you. But I love you guys, and I am so excited to be in Tennessee. Madison and I started the Franklin Girls Who Walk already and have the July calendar set, and my mood is a lot happier. I know when I first announced that we were moving, I was like a crying mess, and it was like really sad actually, but I'm good, and like I'm so proud of Brett, and we met with his boss yesterday for dinner, and he's just so happy, and like he's gonna love going in person at work too, and I just like know that he's gonna do amazing at it, and all I want is for him to be like super happy in what he's doing and feel fulfilled. And yeah, I think it's gonna be amazing, and I just want to be a supportive partner, and I pray for him, I pray for God, pray for everyone, pray for your friends, and everything's gonna be okay because God has a plan for all of us. So just wanted to say that and end it off with that message, because like we're good. Take a deep breath, you're gonna be fine, I'm gonna be fine, we're gonna be happy, and just don't be so hard on yourself, and everything will be okay. I'm excited about next week's episode too, and we can definitely get some guests up in here. These signs are so cute too. But yeah, thank you guys for listening, and I'll talk to you later.